Oh, hi, Nurse. What's up? What's my next video? I thought I told you to do that whole watching the summer game first and breaking it down so people can digest it easier. You fell asleep. Again. Oh, why did I hire you again? You know, being cute will not save you forever. Stop being cute. Anyway, better late than never, right? Hey guys, it's me, the gaming Dr. Mada, and welcome back to my show. Yeah, I'm pretty late on this one. I can't even lie. I took a lot of time. You know, it's not easy writing a script where you have to watch about 60 to plus game trailers and try to write a script and also try to formulate a script based on all those things. So I really did my best. Forgive me for the poor camera quality. I'm still working on that. We'll get better as time goes by, when you help me buy my eventual camera. If I get to like at least 1,000 subscribers. Hint. But yeah, let's do the best we can. Anyway, no more wasting your time. I know you came here to know more about what was talked about at Summer Game Fest. I'll break this down into 30 games first of all, because Summer Game Fest was just humongous and I cannot do all 50 games and survive the whole video. I don't want this to be an hour and I'm already wasting time talking too much. So let's do the first 30 games. There will be a part 2 and I hope you enjoy it. So let us begin. So we start off with our boy Jeff Keighley as he breaks down the whole Summer Game Fest. I have to honestly give him credit. He gets a lot of crap for the things he does and I know he's doing his best. It's not an easy thing to run these games and all that, so yeah, I understand it's a 2-hour video game advertisement session, but still, someone has to do it and it's a way better version than E3, I guess, for now, or a substitute for E3. I really appreciate Jeff Keighley and I just pray that he continues to work hard, show us the games, and even though he might get all that hate, he keeps pushing on. So, thanks, Jeff. So, let's start off with the first thing that was revealed. Step back into a shattered world where gods have fallen and darkness clings to every corner. Mona Shell 2 cranks up the chaos with lightning fast combat, brutal enemies, and a hauntingly beautiful, compact open world waiting to be conquered. Forget stamina bars. This sequel demands grit, reflexes, and ruthless precision. You slip into the battered shells of aged warriors, each a walking weapon with their own distinct flavor of destruction. Delve into a world of 60 plus dungeons, craft your arsenal to match your fury, and uncover memories of a forgotten age as you fight to piece together a broken world. Motor Shells 2 drops in 2026 on PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. Prepare to suffer, survive, and maybe, just maybe, save what's left. Death Stranding 2 on the beach waves with a haunting new story trailer, pulling us deeper into Hideo Kojima's strange, beautiful vision of a fractured world. The spotlight shines on Sam and his two mysterious new allies, Lucy and Neo, as their bonds, emotions, and buried histories unfold against a surreal, storm-lashed backdrop. In true Kojima fashion, the trailer was layered in cryptic storytelling and emotional depth, teasing themes of love, loss, and legacy. Kojima himself appeared at the event, offering insight into the game's world, speaking on human connection and lingering effects of the pandemic, and how real-world isolation inspired the game's emotional gravity. This game is set to be released sometime this year. Look forward to it and I'm sure it'll blow all your minds with how stranded it'll leave you wanting for more. Tom Hardy then uses his non-venom voice to announce Chronicles Medieval.
Thou shalt not kill.
Step into steel boots and seize your fate in Chronicles Medieval, a sprawling sandbox RPG where the only limit is your ambition. Whether you're a sword-swinging mercenary, a castle-building lord, or a cunning trader playing the markets, this living, breathing medieval world bends to your choices. Every battle, alliance, and deal reshapes the realm in real time. From dirt-covered roads to throne rooms, your journey unfolds in a world driven by player actions, filled with dynamic events and community-powered economy that lives and breathes like the real thing. Want to start a rebellion? Trade your way to power? Build an empire from nothing? Go for it. The realm remembers. Sonic Racing Crossworld speeds onto a scene at Summer Game Fest 2025, mashing up fan-favorite franchises in a high-octane crossover frenzy. Expect high rides with Hatsune and Miku, Ichiban Kasuga, and Joker joining as free post-launch races. Sadly, the legend that is Kiryu Kazuma is not part of that list. Meanwhile, the iconic Steve, Alex, and the iconic Creeper blast in as paid DLC, bringing a blocky track through the overworld and nether, complete with Minecraft mayhem. Buckle up, this multiverse racer drops September 25, 2025. Code Vein returns with a vengeance, blending blood-soaked action and mind-bending time travel in a stylish sequel to the cult hit. As revenant hunters, players will leap between the past and present, rewriting history and uncovering buried truths. Expect strategic combat, deep weapon and skill customization, and powerful blood-fueled abilities ripped from fallen foes. Bond with CPU allies, shape fate, and dive into a gothic world where every slash could shift time itself. End of Abyss was next, and it plunges you into a nightmarish sci-fi descent as Cell, a hardened combat tech unraveling the horrors of a forgotten underworld facility, dripping with eerie atmosphere and inspired by Alien, Akira, The Thing, and Ghost in the Shell. This survival horror ride blends Dark Souls-style combat with little nightmare-esque exploration. Battle grotesque monstrosities, upgrade your gear, and peel back the twisted secrets lurking in the shadows. Steel your nerves. This Abyss stares back. End of the Abyss is a sci-fi action-adventure game currently planned for release in 2026 on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PC. Mouse PI for Hire blasts onto the scene with a smoking Tommy gun and a wink from the 1930s. Step into the oversized shoes of Jack Pepper, a grisly gumshoe in a crooked toontown with a retro jazz soundtrack, wild cartoon weaponry, and first-person shootouts straight out of a fever dream. This is one case you will not forget. Just don't trust the smiling faces. This comes out this year on PC, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series, and Nintendo Switch. Game of Thrones War of Westeros marches onto the PC as a grand real-time strategy epic, plunging players into brutal politics and bloody battles of the Seven Kingdoms. I'm sure Jon Snow didn't know about this.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Command the might of House Stark, House Lannister, House Targaryen, and even the Night King's icy horde. Each with unique heroes, armies, and tactics. Wage war in solo or multiplayer modes, forge alliances or betray them, and unleash infantry, cavalry, siege engines, giants, and dragons in your fight for the Iron Throne. Winter is coming, and so is war. Jon Snow will probably let his auntie win the battle. Let's not lie.
Sorry. Probably too much information.
That butthead. This is coming in 2026. Crispy Critters. Next, Atomic Heart 2 dials the chaos to 11 in a warped, retrofuturistic dystopia, launching into a global spanning saga, right where the first game left off. Gear for an enhanced RPG depth, brutal dual-wield combat mixing glove powers and weapons, and a world brimming with twisted tech and buried secrets. With new characters, richer lore, and a buffet of side quests and activities. This sequel isn't just raising the stakes, it's ready to scramble circuits and blow minds. It's set to be released in 2026 on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series. The Cube, which is part of this, also drops players into a mind-bending multiplayer RPG shooter set in the world of Atomic Heart, revealed at Summer Game Fest. At its core, a colossal levitating cube with shifting edges and a hidden reality warping equation. Dive into its surreal, ever-changing structure to face deadly foes, unravel secrets, and uncover game-altering truths. Packed with rich world-building, narrative twists, and dynamic quests, this is one puzzle box that shoots back. Marvel Cosmic Invasion brings the brawl to the stars in a 2-player side-scrolling beat-em-up from Tribute Games. Newly revealed She-Hulk and Rocket Raccoon joining a growing roster of Marvel heroes, each packing unique powers and playstyles. Tag team combat takes center stage, letting players swap heroes mid-fight for combo chains and devastating special attacks. Get ready to punch through the cosmos, one villain at a time. Marvel Cosmic Invasion is set to be released in 2025 on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, Nintendo Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Onimusha, Way of the Sword, slices its way back into the spotlight, revealed at Summer Game Fest as a dark, standalone tale set in the Edo-Kyoto era. Step into the sandals of a lone samurai wielding the legendary Oni gauntlet. With a focus on fluid, visceral swordplay, rich atmosphere, and a tight 20-hour adventure, this dark fantasy epic is set to unleash its fury in 2026 on PS5, Xbox, and PC. Felt that boxing pulls no punches in this comedic, heartfelt brawler, starring handcrafted puppets with big dreams and even bigger left hooks. Step into the fuzzy shoes of Ezra Fuzz-E Wright, with a rocket-style narrative, arcade-style action, and a delinquently quirky visual flair. This is one fight that will hit you right in the stuffing. This epic is coming out sometime on PC. Killer Instinct checks you into a deadly game of deception and survival, where 24 players are split between cunning wolves and unsuspecting lambs. Revealed by Square Enix, this multiplayer murder mystery fuses social deduction and a tense third-person shooter action. Lambs must sniff out the wolves before they are picked off, while wolves lurk in the shadows, striking when they least expect it. With clue hunting, hidden rooms, and high-stakes mind games, trust no one and watch your back.
You would do well to remember, deceit and deduction are your strongest weapons in this game.
Ark Raiders drops you into a war-torn future where Earth lies in ruin, ravaged by a relentless mechanized menace known as Ark. As a free-to-play PvPvE extraction shooter, you'll gear up as a raider, scavenging the hostile surface for previous loot while battling deadly Ark bots and rival players. Set in the crumbling colony of Speranza, survival hinges on teamwork, split-second decisions, and making it to the evac point before it's too late. Because one wrong move and it's all gone. Ark Raiders is set to be released on October 30, 2025, and will be available on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series. Dune Awakening thrusts players into the unforgiving sands of Arrakis in a massively multiplayer survival epic. Brave sandstorms, scorching heat, and towering sandworms as you scavenge, craft, and build to survive. In this vast, persistent world shared by thousands of players, alliances are forged, factions rise, and the fight for precious spice fuels both cooperation and chaos. In the desert, survival is just the beginning. This game is already out on PC, but console versions for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X are planned for release sometime in 2026. Chrono Odyssey is the next action MMORPG that bends time and expectations, boasting jaw-dropping visuals powered by Unreal 5. Explore a massive, seamless, open world, rich with detail and danger, where dynamic, time-warping combat puts skill and strategy at the forefront. With deep customization, a world that evolves with your choices, this is more than an MMO. It's a journey through time itself. Scheduled to release in the fourth quarter of 2025 on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series. Mio, Memories of Orbit is a mesmerizing Metroidvania adventure set aboard the vessel, a sprawling, decaying Tekka teeming with rogue machines. As the android Mio, you glide, grapple, and adapt through a beautifully crafted 2D pixel art world, unlocking new powers to face off against 30 plus enemy types and 15 intense boss battles. With fluid traversal and evolving combat, this haunting journey launches in 2025 on PC, PS5, Switch, and Xbox. Withering Waves is a free-to-play, story-rich, open-world action RPG from Kuro Games, launching players into a hauntingly beautiful post-apocalyptic world of Solaris 3. In the wake of a cataclysm known as the Lament, you awaken as the Rover, an amnesiac wanderer seeking answers to the world scarred by loss and mystery. Join a vibrant cast of resonators, master fast-paced combat, and harness echoes, the powers of fallen foes, to shape your journey and rediscover your past. It is out now. LEGO Voyages is a charming two-player co-op adventure game that shrinks you down to the size of a Lego brick and builds a heartfelt journey from the ground up. Set in stunning brick-built environments, players must team up to solve clever puzzles and explore a mysterious world in order to rescue an abandoned spaceship. With a non-verbal story, a rich sense of atmosphere, and the focus on teamwork and friendship, this is LEGO like you've never felt it before. It will be released sometime later in 2025 on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Nicktoons and the Dice of Destiny rolls classic Nickelodeon chaos into a fantasy-themed action RPG where beloved characters like SpongeBob and the Fairy Oddparents take on epic new roles as spellcasters, knights, barbarians, and more. Explore wildly reimagined whimsical worlds, battle through fast-paced real-time combat, and team up in single-player or local co-op for up to 4 players. It's nostalgia with a plus 10 to fun. Nicktoons and the Dice of Destiny is scheduled to be released on September 30, 2025 on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Next, Lies of P Overture, the thrilling expansion from NeoWiz and Round 8 Studio for Lies of P, dives deeper into the dark lore of Karat, unveil new weapons and exciting levels to conquer. But the real showstopper? Leah, the legendary stalker, a fierce new force ready to stalk the shadows and shake up your journey. A must-play for fans craving fresh thrills in this twisted world. It is already out on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Fractured Bloom blossoms as a poetic concept across art and games, weaving together fragility and fierce resilience, a delicate beauty shining through brokenness. It's a journey of identity, transformation, and raw emotion, exploring the shadows of pain, loneliness, and the depths of the human experience. Like a cracked flower blooming against the odds, it captures growth born from struggle. This is coming out on PC. Blade of Soul Heroes bursts onto the scene at Summer Games Fest as a fresh collectible action MMORPG set 3 years before the original saga. Blending real-time and turn-based combat, players craft powerful teams of heroes, each wielding unique abilities in thrilling battles. Free to play and available on PC and mobile. This prequel promises fast-paced strategy and epic heroics on the go. We then had our boy Meliodas show up, showing us his new game, The 7 Deadly Sins Origins. This will be a game that will come out on PS5, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what is up with our 7 heroes this time. Jurassic World Evolution 3, unveiled at Summer Game Fest, lets you roar back into the ultimate dinosaur park management experience. Build and nurture your dream Jurassic World with over 80 prehistoric species, including the adorable juvenile spanning generations. Get creative in advanced terrain editing, modular scenery customization, and fresh attractions like the balloon tour and dinosaur encounter. Plus, Jeff Goldblum returns as the iconic Dr. Ian Malcolm, joining a star-studded cast of new and familiar faces. Jurassic World Evolution 3 is scheduled to be released on October 21st, 2025 and will be available on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series. Miller the Hollower digs deep into the gothic horror with nostalgic 2D action-adventure vibe straight from the Game Boy Color and MSX era. With crisp 8-bit visuals, fluid animation, and tight controls, it's a pixel-perfect dive into a dark, atmospheric adventure. Miller the Hollower is scheduled to be released on October 31st, 2025 on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Our final game for this part, thank goodness, is Marvel's Deadpool VR, which slams you into the wild world of the Merc with a Mouth in a first-person VR extravaganza exclusive to MetaQuest 3 and 3S. Dive into a brand new laugh-out-loud story where Deadpool is hired by Mojo to round up Marvel villains for a fat payday, of course. Slash, shoot, and unleash abusively creative dismemberment with slick swordplay and gun fu. all brought to life by Neil Patrick Harris' razor-sharp voice acting.
Oh, ha, don't worry, he's a fascist. He deserves this big time.
Expect chaos, comedy, carnage like never before. And with that, I end this video. As you know, there's gonna be a part 2 sometime in the future if I can get around to it. It might be a little bit delayed because I have duty next week, and yeah, travel between me and my editors is still an ongoing issue, but things will get better. Anyway guys, I always ask you to like, share, subscribe this video. I know you enjoy this. I hope you do. If you do, please like, subscribe, do all those things. And let's move on and expect more things soon. But anyway guys, as always, until next time, on to the next patient.